Here is my 2-minute tip video on the assignment coming up called the editorial assignment. You're supposed to answer a question about the two best-known black leaders of the turn of the century, Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois. You're going to play a role of one of four people, and here are the four people right here. And it doesn't matter which one you pick, but it is important that you write from the perspective of the person you choose. Now, you're going to have to read these two primary source documents, one by Washington, one by Du Bois, and you're going to write an editorial of 300 to 400 words. That's a little bit more than one page typed double-spaced, in support of either Du Bois or Washington from the standpoint of your persona to one of these newspapers. Doesn't matter which one, but pay attention to the perspective of the newspaper you're writing to. In your editorial, you briefly introduce yourself in 2 to 3 sentences, explain 2 reasons why you support the person you say you support, and at least 1 reason why you believe the other leaders are flawed. And you have to bring in at least 1 direct quotation from each primary source. And it says here what you have to do to get a really high grade. It also invites you to look at the grading rubric. But I want to add a hint that will help you, I think. And that is, you need to go through the primary source documents and choose your examples from the examples that would be most appropriate for the particular person you have chosen to represent. That way it will be clear that you've read the documents carefully and you've integrated the interests of the person whose role you're playing with the ideas of Washington and Du Bois, pro and con, and then follow the other instructions to a T, and you should do very well. Now, you don't have to do what I just said to get a 100 if you do everything else on this page correct. But if you do what I just said, you're more likely to get a 100 on the assignment, simply because you completed it creatively. I hope this helps.